Welcome back to the Ed Show. Texas Governor Rick Perry raised $17 million in the first 6 weeks of his campaign. A super PAC plus pledged to spend an additional $55 million on Perry's behalf. The question now is, can all that money buy back this moment?
It's 3 agencies of government when I get there that are gone. Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see.
You need 5.
Oh, 5. Okay. So commerce, education, and the
EPA?
EPA. There you go. No, okay.
Let's talk deposition.
Seriously? Is EPA the one you were talking about? Or?
No, sir. No, sir. We were talking about the agencies of government. The EPA needs to be rebuilt. There's no doubt about that.
But you can't name the third one?
The third agency of government, yeah. I would do away with the education, the commerce, and let's see. I can't. The third one I can't. Sorry. Oops.
Oops is right. The EPA needs to be rebuilt. I don't think the Koch brothers want to hear that. Perry's televised senior moment at last night's CNBC debate prompted an apology tour this morning, with Perry offering just a slew of prepared excuses.
Listen, I stepped in it last night, that's for sure. I don't mind saying clearly that I stepped in it last night. I think I made an error last night. I stepped in it is what my wife would have said. There's so many agencies of government out there we'd like to forget. As a matter of fact, I imagine there were a lot of Americans that were like me last night. There were some agencies of the federal government that they would like to forget. There's some agencies of government that I would like to forget, and I certainly forgot one last night.
And the walk of shame didn't end there. Earlier this evening, Perry went on Letterman. Here's a portion of the top 10 list that will air tonight.
Number 7.
I thought the debate was tonight.
I see. Well, there you go. That happens to everybody. It was a mix-up, ladies and gentlemen. Sure. Number 6.
Hey, listen, you try concentrating with Mitt Romney smiling at you. That is one handsome dude.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Joining me now is MSNBC political analyst and author of the forthcoming book, Adios Mofo, Why Rick Perry Will Make America Miss George W. Bush. Jim Moore, great to have you back with us tonight.
Hey, Ed.
I'm kind of sensing this is not a bad political recovery. What do you think? He did about as best as he could in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, well, I've got a beef with you about making me sit through that 53 seconds again. That's painful to listen to, much less watch. But, you know, they have been responsive. And, you know, the people are saying, well, when is he going to drop out and when is it over? And I think the answer is that when you're dealing with a guy who lacks the self-awareness to realize that he doesn't have the capabilities or the intellect to be president of the United States, you can't expect him to possess the awareness to say, boy, did I mess up and I'm going to get out of this thing. So what's going to happen is probably he's going to keep spending money. They're probably going to refocus on Iowa. And they did a great recovery this morning. I mean, everything about crisis communications is you address the issue very fast, you humanize, you make yourself look real, you correct your problem, and, you know, as we say down here, you bury your dead, you move your wagons west. And
well,
he did that fairly effectively.
He certainly did. Now, you have said that you thought that he would get the nomination. In fact, I think you said that he was going to breeze to it. Do you feel that way now, or has he made too many mistakes? Is it adios mofo for Rick right now? What do you think?
Well, I think what's happened, Ed, is all this guy had to do was to show up and speak in declarative sentences because he is the ideal non-Romney candidate. And Romney, as we know, is squishy on social values for the right-wingers, and he's got this issue of his religion in the South. All Rick Perry had to do was show up and be acceptable, and he's managed to blow that. And you would have never created a scenario in which this might have happened where he could stumble so many times and in such monumental ways. Whether he can recover from it or not, I don't know. He's not going to go away as long as people keep giving him money. He's going to keep running, and he's got enough money to hang around a while.
Well, he went on Fox earlier today, and he was bragging about 2,000 people visiting his campaign website. 2,000 people. I mean, if you've got any name recognition at all, you can get that in 15 minutes. I mean, this guy is just totally not prepared for the national stage. You agree with me on that?
Oh, absolutely. He never has been. There's no reason, frankly, if you ask me, that he should have ever been governor. And I don't understand why he thinks he can be president. But remember, he's run this government down here that has been very friendly to business and corporations.
That matters.
He's got people writing checks, and it makes it possible for this.
Fair to say it's not in his personality to step out of the race with $17 million in a big PAC that's committed behind him. He's on Letterman tonight. That might mop it up a little bit. And some young people out there who don't pay a heck of a lot of attention to debates, they might think, you know what, this guy's not too bad. You never know how this is going to play out until it's over. Jim Moore, great to have you with us tonight. Appreciate your time.